In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Jay Cancer, and you are tuned in to Streaming with Jay. Today, we're breaking down to explosive Sean Diddy Combs trial, the testimonies, the charges, and the drama unfolding in the courtroom. Let's get into it. So over the last 2 weeks, we've been embroiled in this whole trial that has shocked the nation crazy way and has shocked the music industry. But we're going to recap what we've heard over the last 2 weeks. I'm going to make it real short and sweet. We'll go into this in further detail in a future video or when the case is over to see and break everything down thoroughly, especially when we get the transcripts. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, and also turn your notifications on so you know when the latest updates from me come out, and you can come in, chill with your boy, and share a few laughs and get some valid information for once. Anyway, this case has started with allegations of racketeering, sex trafficking, and abuse. But things have only gotten more intense. Witnesses have come forward revealing details that could change everything. First things first, Kid Cudi's testimony. That was as of, I think, last Friday. He claims Diddy broke into his home, injured his dog, and firebombed his car, which means set his car on fire. What a lot of people want to know, was it a retaliation? Was Diddy retaliating against Kid Cudi? Was Diddy retaliating? And it seems like he was, because Kid Cudi had a relationship with Cassie, and I think Diddy found out about it, and I don't think he was too happy about it. So I think this was his way of getting power back into that relationship and letting them know who's boss. Kid Cudi also allegedly said when he talked to Diddy about it, Diddy decided to act like a whole villain when he was in his office. Well, this is just Kid Cudi's words. Was it true, or was this Kid Cudi embellishing? We don't know. Then we have Cassie Ventura's testimony. Now, she was the star witness of the federal prosecution, and Cassie describes years of abuse, coercion, and being forced into freak-offs, elite parties with drugs, and exploitation. Cassie also testified that she was having sex with a lot of the escorts on Diddy's order, and when she was having sex with these escorts, they would do different things. Like one of them relieved himself into Cassie's mouth, but that escort had testified that she had asked for it and she was willing to participate in that sexual act. Then Cassie also testified that there was times that she had to take drugs because she was so tired she couldn't stay up, so she had to take drugs to kind of bring her up, and she also had to get an IV to get hydrated again because she ran out of energy. But obviously you would, after going through so much of that, definitely could be dehydrated. But then it also led to her and Diddy having a drug addiction, which that Diddy ended up having to take control of and had to get the people who were selling them drugs to stop for a while and whatnot. But it didn't stop. In fact, Cassie also testified that Diddy had overdosed at one point. This was shortly after the death of Whitney Houston. But that's so far from Cassie's testimony. However, we can compare something with Kid Cudi's and Cassie Ventura's testimony. The control aspect of Diddy. Now, Diddy likes to control people, and it's a power move to him because he did the whole firebombing and then act like the boss. So it was an established control. But then we were also told through Cassie that her mother paid $20,000 for Diddy to leave Cassie alone, to to not do anything to Cassie or hurt her. In fact, it was checked, and also the money was returned. So it wasn't even about the money, because Diddy got more money than Train Smoke. He doesn't need no 20 grand. It was a control thing. Diddy was kind of treating Cassie like he was her pimp, in a sense. So that goes into the control aspect of Diddy, and it goes to set up some sort of a pattern of behavior with Diddy. But moving on. So we have the former assistant of Diddy. His name is George Kaplan. He also testified that he had to clean hotel rooms after these events, finding liquor bottles, baby oil, and drugs. Now, this would corroborate the FBI's testimony from the week 1, where they said when Diddy was indicted and he turned himself in and they raided his hotel room, they found baby oil, they found, I think, MDMA drugs, and they also found $9,000 in money in cash. This would kind of corroborate Diddy's drug abuse, also the freak offs, because a lot of baby oil was used during that. Cassie testified that he used it to glisten up every 5 minutes, for everyone to glisten up 5 minutes. I don't know what it was. It was just his own personal preference. But she also testified there was no drugs in that she knew of in the baby oil, because some people were speculating that the drugs had the date rape drug in it. So that was one thing. So being that we know that now, these are the charges, because we're hearing about this, but some people are like, what are the charges again? So this is just an update. This is racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. These are the charges they hit him with, and they're using all of them to tie them together in a RICO case. Now, the public reaction and the social media response has been divided. Some believe the witnesses, some believe Cassie, Kid Cudi, and other people, and treating them as victims of Diddy's, whole tirade of control. However, others question their credibility. I could see why, because these are escorts, so they're immoral character. So if you have an immoral character, how could you believe a person who's willing to be immoral and not hold up to the status quo or the norms that a person of moral character would? However, those are just opinions and statements from the internet. You can't take everything the internet says to heart, but we just know that public perception against Diddy is huge. It's all in the negative right now. So Diddy has pled not guilty to these charges, saying that while he may have lived a wild lifestyle, he's never trafficked anyone. We'll see what the defense comes up with to kind of push this narrative there, because you got to remember, this is just narratives they're pushing out. They have to prove these things. So this trial so far is far from over. As more witnesses take the stand, we could see major developments. But what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, turn your notifications on so you stay up to the latest updates in this. So to me personally, I don't know with this. My own personal thoughts, like I said, this is far from over. We've only been 2 weeks in. We got another, 6 weeks left of trial to go. We got so many witnesses. Right now, Diddy's not looking so hot. The question is not that the fact that he's going to jail, but how long? We know of people going to jail for an extended period of time. However, we have other people like Jared Fogle, who was convicted of child pornography years ago, who's scheduled to be out not too far from now. I think in the next 2 to 5 years, he's out. So right now, the only thing we can do is observe and wait. Thank you for tuning in. Like I always say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and Jay always appreciates that. Once again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and turning your notifications on, and you'll get all the updates coming to you and as fast as I can get them out. I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Take care of yourself. And for real, be careful. Say no to freak offs and parties. I'm out of here. Peace.